The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New England Patriots. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready. Back 25 behind you.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. On 1st and 10, Winston. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Come on, that's another week, man.
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dante Hightower. he slipped right by him. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but yeah, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, a pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, it's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On second and 10. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play. First down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jameis now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll throw again. Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Now Winston on 4th down. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. On 2nd and 7, Brady, and this one's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And these guys will take over at the 30-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents a totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots 26. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, boys. Ready? Ready?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 22 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
You think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have bit fun to watch.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Bravo. That's the way. 45. Mike, 45. 45.
Again, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And able to find Dorsett. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, 44 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Huge, massive.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, Russ. 72. Check 52. Rip.
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Hello? No, what up? No, quit playing it, man.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And it's Michelle once again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Muscles him off. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Michelle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Separating. This is what it was. That's crazy.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Brady now on first down. He's going to air it out for, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Miami's going to slip. Well, people talking about the AFC.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
What's that?
On 2nd down, Barber. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4. And it brings up fourth.
But I won't be doing that, though.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Jameis to throw it. And no, it's incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run it. This is Michel. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 52 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Right.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
He said, yeah, officer, what did they do?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jamie Collins, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack on 1st down, Winston flushed to his right.
20.
This is caught by Evans. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They retired 20 years.
On 3rd down, Winston staying on his feet, busts through the tackle. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
You know what I'm saying?
You can do that like that?
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. They've got his man complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
But it's a good job.
Right.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans.
Right, they doing...
Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Winston out of throw on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I'm getting it up right now.
Only thing they want to see that you paying on your stuff that you owe. You ain't got to have it paid off.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Again, it's Winston. And he's got his tight end.
Trying to get it up
it's
as we
a
speak.
Buccaneer touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
34.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
There's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this is secured by the Patriots.
I want to transfer, but I want to transfer as a
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Brady gives them a shove. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Okay.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I went to Dallas recruiting the other day. I'm telling them kids, I'm like, man, listen. And I know him, but I know now.
They'll give to Michelle running right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down.
Like you already beat, I'm on through with it.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. On 2nd and goal, Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But that's the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And then the only thing you gotta get by is like them dudes, they just be wanna know, you know what I'm saying, what you like. If you go in there as an asshole, you gotta stay an asshole. You can't be flip-flop. You go up in there, you cool with them, you tell them what you
One last shot now for Winston.
They respect that. Like today, I was out there on the compound.
And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
The one dude, he walked out with 40, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2,400 buns in a box. 2 boxes.